Hi everyone, my name is Pianpian. I'm the founder and CEO of Amotions. Emotions is a platform to help you increase success and happiness by developing skills important for that, such as emotional intelligence, leadership skills, and interpersonal skills. We're very happy today to have leadership coach Sydney Paredes here. Sydney has been a coach since 2001, and she has coached leaders from different organizations in various capacities, and herself has had management and leadership roles in Fortune 100 companies prior to becoming a full-time coach. Sydney, we're really happy to have you today here. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun. A good opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to add to your self-introduction?
I might share my passion, right? I have decades of leadership experience in Fortune 100 companies and have experienced everything in those in that experience. And my passion has become to really help develop leaders. And it is the notion that if I can help you, one person, become a more effective leader, then all the people you lead can have an improvement in their life, as well as your organization getting better results. So that's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think it's very true that you're not just having one person; it's also helping the team and the organization as a whole. I'm curious, what are the most common challenges you have heard from coaching your leaders and clients in the past 2 decades?
Well, there are several themes, whether I'm coaching women or men, young people or experienced leaders, there's so much on people's plates. And so, sort of managing that and keeping some sort of balance and being able to feel successful, as opposed to that the light of at the end of the tunnel is always an oncoming train. And so stress management, balance, interpersonal communicationship skills, her communication skills, that's a funny faux pas. Being able to give and receive feedback without taking it personally, being
Yes.
able to hold a difficult conversation
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's going to get the desired outcomes and results. Managing my own nervous system as a leader so that I can be a non-anxious presence in an otherwise anxious environment, and the stress and anxiety doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I be more effective in that and actually use that stress to sort of power myself in the best possible sense of the word power, and create conditions for my team such that people hold themselves accountable, and so that they can bring their best to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and that therefore everyone is better off and the results are better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, those are challenges that I've heard from other emotions users and customers,
Mm.
community members. I think stress management is it's particularly important now with the pandemic
Mhm.
continues and with the virtual
Yeah.
environment. Curious, like what approaches do you use to help your clients with stress management?
Well, the first thing I do with any client, so if you and I were working together, for example,
Mhm.
is get really clear what is that you want to have be different for
Mhm.
you in your work, in your life. What are your coaching goals? I help my clients write goals that are really clear and
Mhm.
specific and as measurable as possible. And then learn, I have a questionnaire and some assessments I do so that I can learn enough about my client that I can make an assessment based on how I'm trained as a coach on what I think is going to help them the most to achieve their goals,
Mhm.
specific goals, and what will open up for them if they do achieve those goals, whatever they might be. So every single coaching engagement is different. I don't have anything that's canned, right? It depends on you. It depends on your coaching goals. It depends what you want help with. And then I sort of reach up and pull things off of my coaching shelf and apply them to you and what you want help with. And it's very common for me to start out with either with some way to help you manage your own nervous system, right? And your energy, because it's so important as a leader. And so that could be a leadership embodiment practices from Wendy Palmer's work. It might be positive intelligence. There's a 6-week boot camp I often start my clients with, where they learn mental fitness practices that help them shift from their survival brain, where we're often hanging out when we get triggered and when we're under pressure and stress, and we are not very effective when we're there. We're in habitual patterns of our personality under pressure. And so mental fitness practices help be able to consciously, purposely shift to other parts of my brain where I have access to my knowledge, my skill, my intuition, my empathy, my superpowers, really. And so that really speeds up what we can do in coaching. So I really often start there to help people manage their own nervous system, their own energy, be able to shift to the part of their brain, mostly right brain, where they have access to skills and abilities and that they don't have access to when they're running under pressure. I'm not sure I answered your question, but that's commonly where we start. And I have found that if we do start there and create a foundation, it helps people in all aspects of their life, not just at work. And then whatever we tackle in coaching, we can get more done faster because they have this ability that they didn't have before we started coaching.
That's great. So it's practices for mental fitness as well as practices that kind of help us have a way to be more present and not triggered by the kind of pre-wired survival mode, and be in the more way that gets
because we know that maybe less than 10% of the meaning that people make from what we say and what we do comes from the actual words we use, right? So maybe 90%, 80 to 90% come from our energy and our body language and our facial expressions and the tone of our voice. And so being able to shift out of being triggered and in my survival brain to this other part of my brain, which I call center. In positive intelligence, they refer to it as sage. In many different methodologies, they have a different name for that, but you know it, right? When you get there, it's like things are clearer. You can take in more information. You have more courage, right? The chance that the decision you make and the action you take when you're coming from that part of yourself being effective is much greater than if you take action from being triggered and in your survival. So it's really an important part of the way I work with people, and increasingly in recent years, I do more of that. So I have certifications in 6 different coaching methodologies. And so I can, help clients where they are with what they want help with to help them reach their goals. I use a different mix for each client. So it's all custom.
What's an example practice that you have the clients to help them be more centered?
Okay, that's fun. So a basic centering practice to start a coaching conversation, for example. You can do this with me. Anybody watching can do it. So just inhale up. Imagine your breath going up. Exhale down, softening your front. So inhale up, lengthening your posture, dignified posture. Exhale down twice as long, softening your front, and think of someone or something that makes you smile
Mhm.
and smile. And then reference your energy field in front, behind, to the left, to the right, and imagine extending it to include me. I'm across the country from you, but at least to fill the room you're in. And then if you have any other tension in your body, let gravity help you relax it,
Mhm.
like your jaw or your shoulders. And if you still don't feel like you've shifted to your sage or your center, you could just rub two fingers together.
Mhm.
With such a tension, you can feel the ridges on your fingertips. And so this helps you get out of your thinking brain and into this amazing other part of your brain where you have so many superpowers. So do you notice a difference
I think so.
just in that
Yeah.
like 1 minute? Yeah.
Yeah. I often suggest our emotions users to do a loving kindness meditation
Ah, yes,
at the
that's great.
beginning of a session, which is similar or related to what you talk about, kind of the breathing
Mhm,
and think
mhm.
about someone that makes you smile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.